नमस्कार, वेलकम टू द वॉइसेस ऑफ लेगेसी। मैं हूं सुप्रिया और आज के स्पेशल पॉडकास्ट में हम एक ऐसे व्यक्ति के साथ हैं जिन्होंने अपने जीवन के 36 साल झारखंड के स्टेट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और सड़कों को समर्पित किया है। नामकुम फ्लाईओवर, काटाटोली फ्लाईओवर और मयूराक्षी रिवर पर झारखंड का सबसे लंबा ब्रिज, ये कुछ उनके विजन और डेडिकेशन के कुछ जीवंत उदाहरण हैं जिसके लिए झारखंड राज्य उनका सदा कृतज्ञ रहेगा। और आज जब सर सेकेंड इनिंग्स की शुरुआत करने वाले हैं, ये एक बेहतरीन मौका है उनसे उनके सफ़र, उनके अनुभव और उनके लीगेसी को समझने का। सिर्फ एक इंजीनियर ही नहीं, एक मेंटर, एक लीडर और एक इंस्पिरेशन। बिना किसी देरी के स्वागत करते हैं इंजीनियर अभिनेंद्र कुमार सर का। वेलकम सर, इट्स एन ऑनर टू हैव यू हियर।
Thank you so much, Supriya. I also feel very honored and privileged to be a part of this Voices of Legacy podcast. In fact, I feel overwhelmed by this initiative. मैं आपके इस पल से बहुत ही अभिभूत हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका।
Sitting with you is itself a privilege.
Thank
so,
you.
sir, let's begin with the roots first. सर, सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में करियर बनाने को लेकर आपकी क्या प्रेरणा रही?
In one word, I will say that structures, beautiful structures, they inspire me, like bridges, roads, elevated corridors, flyovers, long span bridges, then railways, dams, canals, tall buildings. I derive inspiration from them. But in the initial stages of my life, when I grew up in my village, I grew up with construction activities around my houses. So from the very beginning, I was inspired to the construction. Then there was a time when I had the opportunity of visiting Mahatma Gandhi Setu in the year 1973.
Okay.
So I was really inspired with the kind of mega structure that was going on there. And later on, but in those days, we were not aware how many disciplines of engineering are there. I only knew about only one type of engineering, and we used to call civil engineering.
Okay.
Later on, in my later phase of life, I came to know that there are three core branches: mechanical, electrical, and civil. And in later stages, when I took up civil engineering in college, then I got fascinated to this discipline of engineering, and I coined some phrases like civil. So the letter C stands for creativity, the letter C stands for constructivity, and letter C stands for connectivity. So creativity, constructivity, and connectivity. And engineering. So engineer is a word comprising of 8 letters: ENG, IN, EER. So IN comes exactly in the middle of the word engineer. And I have related this IN with innovation and insight. So any person who has got innovativity and insight, he is an engineer.
The first answer is itself quite well me. So then coming to the structures, there are a countless number of structures in civil engineering. Is there a particular structure which fascinates you the most?
You have asked me the very right and appropriate question. Out of many structures like, roads, bridges, railway tracks, tall buildings, one structure that attracts me the most is the bridge.
Okay.
So when I look at the bridge, I don't see them as structures or promises of connectivity standing on piers. I see them as epitomes of coexistence. Because when I see bridges, I see that bridges do not block the old services. Suppose there is a river. So bridges provide connectivity across the banks without obstructing the flow of water. So that is the best example of coexistence. For example, road over bridges over railways. Railways keeps on plying on the railway tracks below, and traffic keeps on plying over the bridge over the railway track. So bridges are the best examples of coexistence. Some bridges become the landmark of the place, they become the identity of the place, and some of the places are known by the bridges. For example, Havra, known by Havra Bridge. So there are so many landmark bridges in the country, but some bridges age gracefully and some bridges age ungracefully. Some bridges become a landmark of identity and some bridges become a monument of despair. So bridges attract me the most.
Definitely, sir. Bridges are a great example of coexistence indeed. So coming back to your career, you started your career in Ranchi in the year 1989.
Yes, right.
So what were the challenges of that time, sir? If you can recall some specific challenges belonging to the year.
Yes, when I travel back in time, when I go down the memory lane and try to recall those initial formative days of my career, Then the real challenge was lack of professional training and professional exposure, because we joined but we didn't get any professional training or professional exposure. So we had to visit some sites of construction and gain experience, because experience is a must, training is a must. And this is how we gained experience of field works, construction works. So that was really challenging.
Dedicated almost 36 years to this service. So, looking back, is there a posting which you find the most challenging or the most memorable posting which you can count on?
In fact, I would like to say that all field postings are challenging, and they pose different set of challenges. But the most challenging one was the posting at Bundu NS subdivision. And during my tenure and the posting in Bundu subdivision, the construction of Nampung flyover was going on. And that was a challenging project because we had to launch precast girders up to a height of 20 meters from the bed level. Okay. And that Nampung flyover was not only just a flyover, it was an integrated project comprising of river bridge, flyover, and ROB. So that was really very challenging. So initially I was not aware of how to tackle the challenge of launching of girders with crane, and I had no prior training. So I had to go to a railway bridge, Digha bridge, which was under construction then, and I gained experience from there. And then I came back, and then I utilized my experience in making that event a very successful event of launching of girders up to the height of 20 meters from the bed level.
Indeed, the Namkum flyover bridge was even praised by the High Court, no doubt. Sir, you're also credited with working on innovative solutions like the portal frame technique on widening the 115-year-old arc bridge on NH33. What do you recall about the hurdles there, sir? How did that positive streak come from?
So credit for that portal frame technology used for arch widening of the arch bridge, that 115 years old arch bridge, goes to Dr. C.K. Singh, the then chief engineer NH, and his guru, Dr. B.P. Singh. So it was the brainchild of Dr. B.P. Singh and was furthered by Dr. C.K. Singh, and it was also then executive Tripurari Shankar Prasad was very instrumental, and I was instrumental in getting that project executed on this innovative technology, and that was first of its kind in India. That was adopted by Dr. B.P. Singh, and he widened the arch bridge. And initially, the arch bridge was having a carriageway of only 5.5 meter width. It was widened to 7 meter width without disturbing the foundation. So that was the real challenge, and that challenge was really met by the entire team of the NH Division Ranchi and Dr. C.K. Singh and Dr. B.P. Singh.
Indeed, it was a remarkable achievement, sir. Mm-hmm. When it comes to teamwork, sir, you have always told team consists of 4 letters, and that stands for together everyone achieves more. So is there any situation which you can recall where it turned the impossible into possible?
First, I would like to tell the advantage of teamwork. So, सामूहिक बल निकाल देता है हर एक समस्या का हल. तो कहने का मतलब है कि सामूहिकता में जो बल है वो हर एक समस्या का निदान कर सकता है. TEAM टुगेदर एवरीवन अचीव्स मोर. और टीम वर्क से हम कुछ भी हासिल कर सकते हैं. इवन ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग जो हम करते हैं उसमें भी टीम वर्क की आवश्यकता होती है. तो टीम वर्क का बेस्ट एग्जांपल ये है कि जब हम अलग अलग काम करते हैं और जब मिल के काम करते हैं तो दोनों की उपलब्धि में बहुत ज़्यादा फर्क हो जाता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, सपोज देयर आर 2 persons having a potential of 5 and 5 each. So when they work individually and when they square up their effort, then 5 square plus 5 square becomes 25 plus 25 equal to 50. But when they square up their effort as a whole, then 5 plus 5 whole square becomes 100. So it gets 2 times more outcome than individual effort. So you can see mathematically how team effort can achieve more. And in all my challenging works, I have utilized this method of teamwork, be it Namkum flyover, Contractive flyover, Mayurakshi bridge, or all bridges and roads on highways, widening of roads. So I have always believed in teamwork.
How beautifully you have explained the term mathematically. 5 square plus 5 square and
5 plus 5 whole
5
square.
plus 5 होल स्क्वायर. सर, इंजीनियरिंग के अलावा भी आपने स्टेट कैडर के लिए अपना बहुत महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया है. As a vice president of Jharkhand Engineering Services Association, you have played a very vital role for our engineers. Sir, can you throw some light on that experience too?
So I would like to say that a leader is a person who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So that means first you have to practice yourself, then you have to show the way to the others. So, and a leader should have a clarity of vision and mission. What is to be done with clarity. And a leader keeps his downline team spirited and motivated. So I got so much support from my downline members in the organization that I was able to help them in getting promotion, which was a big hurdle. We all used to sit together. What are the hurdles? What are the roadblocks? And we used to sort out how to resolve this issue. So that was really a very challenging one, and we got breakthrough in that.
सर, आप हमेशा कहते हैं थिंक गुड टू फील गुड एंड फील गुड टू डू गुड. इस फिलॉसफी के शेयर करने के लिए सर, आपके पास कोई ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस जब इस फिलॉसफी ने आपको ट्रूली गाइड किया हो?
Very good question. My understanding is that thoughts shape your life. You become what you think. So when you think good, good feelings are generated in your body and your mind. And these good feelings propel you to do good work. So this is very logical conclusion. When you are not feeling good, you cannot think of doing good work. So this is very true. And in fact, when I do yoga or when I do pranayam, so when I achieve peace and tranquility, then good thoughts start coming in my mind. And only great ideas come to calm and tranquil mind. And when these great ideas come, you start feeling good. And when you start feeling good, you are inspired to do good. So this is how it happens.
सर, इंजीनियरिंग के अलावा आपके और क्या पैशंस रहे हैं जो आप पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट परस्यू करना चाहेंगे? वुड यू डू सम राइटिंग और स्टडिंग और डूइंग एनी रिसर्च टाइप ऑफ थिंग, और डू यू वो प्लान टू स्टे कनेक्टेड टू द फील्ड इन एनी वे? सर,
जब भी मुझे समय मिलता है, थोड़ा भी समय मिलता है, वैसे मैं काफ़ी व्यस्त रहता था, तो मेरा एक सब्जेक्ट है फिजिक्स. आई स्टडी फिजिक्स एंड स्पेशली लाइट.
ओके.
I am really, amazed by the amazing speed of light, which is 3 lakhs kilometers per second. The photons, then how photons get generated, and these photons, when they strike metals, then how electrons are liberated and these are converted into photoelectricity. So electrons generate photons. When electrons are excited to a higher orbit and they fall back to their original orbit, photons, wave packets of energy called photons are generated. And when these photons strike the outermost orbit electrons, these electrons get dislodged. And when they are made to flow in a conductor, then that is called photoelectricity. Another area of my interest is climate justice. I work for environmental protection. And another area is road safety. I also work for road safety. I have done so much of research in this, in which I made a video also. And I would also like to go back to my roots, the profession of my forefathers and my father, agriculture, because I believe agriculture is the best culture. And I would also like to do some research work in fossil-free energy when I get superannuated, when I get time. So I would also like to work in the field of research related to fossil-free energy.
Wow, sir, it's really interesting to hear a civil engineer talk about everything of physics, agriculture, and much more. We'll really look up to your all the research and everything for your second innings. Sir, if you could go back in time and advise something to your younger self, what would it be?
When I go back in time, I would like to advise myself that be the best version of yourself. I could have been better, but I could not become better because of my some mistakes and follies and my thought process. But one can always do better. Better ways can make better days. So when we adopt better ways, we can do better. So I could have become best version of myself, and I would also like to advise others also. Always be the best version of yourself.
So these 15-20 minutes of session are also definitely a lesson for me too. Thank you, sir, for this insightful conversation. Your journey is a living example of how planning, passion, and dedication can not only shape a career but an entire state's infrastructure. We look forward to seeing your journey, sir. Thank you, sir, for this insightful conversation. Your journey is a best example of how passion, perseverance, and planning can shape not only a career but an entire state's infrastructure. We look forward to seeing you in future too, sir. One last question. A message which you would like to give the young generation of engineers entering the field today.
Very good question. Uh, those who are related with the construction industry, especially engineers. So we must know that construction industry is an innovation-driven industry in which new ideas, new concepts, new technologies, new methodologies keep on coming every now and then. So we have to keep pace with the changing technology, and we have to be on constant learning curve to be conscious of these new technologies. And when we do not practice these new technologies, we become outdated. So constant practice, remaining focused, staying on target is my message to the young engineers, budding engineers, because they have to shoulder a lot of responsibility. So they have to inculcate this constant learning practice.
Your words will definitely be a source of inspiration to not only the engineers but all the listeners in common. Thank you, and may you have a very successful, healthy, and fulfilling second innings of your life too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Supriya. You asked very good questions, very appropriate questions, and you made me travel back in time. And really, I went down my memory lane, traveled down the memory train, and recalled back to the year 1989, where I had joined the service. Till date, I went back in journey, went back in time. Thank you so much.